Welcome everyone to our very first episode of our brand new podcast. My name is Hood.
My name is Dis.
And welcome to Blessed Unfiltered. Today's episode, we're gonna talk about relationships. We're gonna get into a new segment that we gonna do. It's gonna be called 2 Minute Drill. But before we get into like relationship talk, we gonna talk about our relationship with God. And so that's gonna be our first question today. Is how is your relationship with God? Like, how can you explain your relationship with God to people?
It's growing. I feel like you gotta take it day by day, and it done changed over time. It done got stronger, so I'm just thankful for that. What about yourself?
Man, me and God, like I said, it's a bumpy road because and it's on my end. Like sometimes, I feel like I can be better. I feel like we all think we can be better. I still got my ways to go, but he looking after me and stuff like that. Like I was on the phone with one of my homeboys last night. He was calling me. He first thing he asked me like, "How you relationship with God? How you and God doing stuff like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm trying, bro, but I need to try harder." You feel me?
Yeah.
So we was on there talking about just talking about the Lord and stuff like that. And he happened to call me right before I was finna read the Bible, so I'm trying, man. I'm trying, and it's still stuff I gotta work on, but God got me. Like we gonna be good. We gonna be good for sure.
Yeah, as long as you trying, that means something.
Heck yeah.
So the next question is, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from past relationships?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm interested to hear what you gotta say. I'm interested to hear what you gotta say. Matter of fact, you answer. I want you to answer.
I feel like the biggest thing that I take from relationships, because I don't really do too many. Like I probably done been in two my whole life, but
two,
yeah,
girl,
two.
Stop playing.
I was so serious.
Stop playing, man. They ain't been no two, bro. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead.
But I feel like the biggest thing from relationship is like not getting too tied into it. Like getting too tied into a relationship that you like don't do nothing else. You don't focus on your other goals and nothing like that. Like I get you got a person and all that, but it's just like it's a balance thing. So you can't just give everything to a relationship and forget everything else you got going. I feel like balance is very important. Get you got a person, but just like you can't forget everything else you got going on. If you make the relationship too like if you become too reliant on it, I'm gonna say that you become too reliant on it. You don't want to do nothing else. That's the only person you want to be around. Like I don't feel like that's healthy. So I feel like balance is an important thing that I took from past relationships.
Okay, so when you got into like your first relationship, so did you not understand that balance at the time? Like,
nah, cause I was mad young. I was so young.
So
like only thing that I really just was school, but it's like school, relationship, and my friends outside of school. So it just like divided that time, and it's just like you don't got a boyfriend now. You don't never hang with us no more. So like cause you kind of being a bad friend. You ditch your friends just cause you're in a relationship. You gotta still prioritize other things in your life. You can't be so caught up in your relationship that you dismiss everything else you got going on. So I feel like now that I have way more going on, it's just like I can't afford to just put my all in a relationship and just not give some time to all my other priorities in life.
So in your first relationship, you was putting your all into that person, just that thing.
I ain't gonna say I put my all into it, but I could see like the balance shifting. Like,
okay.
Before I was in one, and I was hanging with my friends all the time. Just like, okay, I ain't hanging with them as much as I can be. So it's just like.
And one more question before I answer the question. So, what is that split? You talk about a split. What is that? When I guess what I was asking was like, because that's a good explanation. But I guess I was asking like a percentage. Like, what's the percentage like you like that you give to your person and that you give to your friends? Is it 50-50? Is it like 60-40 to your person, or is it like like what's the percentage like right there?
Like back then, my young self, I probably would have told you like 50-50. But now that I'm older, I probably would say like 60-40. Like, that's my friend and all that, but at the end of the day, the person that you building to be with,
That's your future.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta live with this person, and if y'all want kids, y'all gonna have kids. Like, you gonna spend more time with them.
Yeah, you gotta learn. Yeah, you gotta learn.
See, back then I was young. Like, I wouldn't think about, marriage,
Mm-hmm.
no kids, nothing like that. Now, in my present self, I probably say 60-40.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy, not no 80-20, 90-10, because at that point, you ain't got no friends no more.
Yeah. I got a homeboy like that, man. Like he like he don't really we don't really just hang out and stuff like that no more. Like he got a woman and stuff like that. They live together and stuff like that. So, but I think both things can be true. Like I understand like what he's doing. Like I understand like okay, like I gotta learn this person. I knew y'all all my life, you know what I'm saying? We go chill eventually one of these days. But like I do feel like do I miss my boy sometimes? Yeah. I miss my boy. When I growing up, I didn't see my dad hang around people. Like he was married, he had his woman. I didn't see his friends come around. I didn't see that. So like I guess I understood from that aspect, but like I'm glad I got your perspective on it because like it is a balance that should be there. Like you should, just because you got this new person, that don't mean you should, just leave your old people alone.
And I done had that happen to homeboy. He's still my homeboy, but in a relationship, deep in, like next step type stuff. One day he reached out, I hadn't heard from him in like years, man. So he reached out. He was like, can I call you? Can I talk to you?" I was like, yeah. I was surprised to hear from him because I hadn't heard from him in so long. And first thing he did was apologize. He was like, I know I ain't talked to you in a minute, and da da da, getting ready to do this and this with that woman. And I was never mad because, like I said, like when you moving that far with somebody, you building a future with somebody, so you gonna spend more time with them. So I was never even mad. But he was like, I ain't trying to be a bad friend or whatever. Need to be some balance, but I feel like even as friends, you should expect your friend to spend more time with their partner. That's normal. That's normal. That's something that is completely normal. I just shut you out completely, no. Like, you should still hear from time to time. Like, we all got lives, so you ain't gonna hear from them every day, but still at some point you need to be tapping in with your friends. You can't just neglect your friendships. Cause like time that person do something to hurt you or something, who you call? Your friend. So it's just like you don't wanna just come to them when it's in a benefit for you. You wanna still like have that genuine friendship.
Oh, okay, I got a side question on that. So, do you feel like, and it could be the other way around, do you feel like your friend or you, like, let's say y'all both in a relationship, and do you feel like you owe it to that person, like your friend, to tell them, like, okay, I'm in a relationship now. I'm just letting you know if I'm not talking to you like that, if I'm like going away a little bit, then I'm just letting you know. Or do you feel like your friend owe you that? Like you just like
I feel like it depends on the situation. Everybody might not have no problem balancing, but if your friend notice, she ain't heard from you in a while, she wanna know what's going on, then you could tell her then. But if you bouncing it well and she don't even notice that you drifting away, I don't see no point.
One thing I learned is like about the relationships, my past relationships, learning how to be a man and take stuff. You know what I mean? And learning how to
What you mean by taking stuff?
Like not not going off as soon as something go down, and like handling stuff as a man, not running to social media, not what I'm saying, like just act like I hate my person, you know what I'm saying, just because we into it.
Yeah.
And just learning, just maturing as a human being, just maturing and learning that, not to disrespect no woman because of what she said to me or whatever. Like just learning, like like I said, how to be a man. And
have you ever disrespected a woman?
Yeah, I'm calling a few.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't. It, and like someone like I ain't gonna lie, I felt so bad one day I called a girl. She was she was crying. I said, "Oh man, cause I don't like seeing nobody cry, bro. I
Yeah.
don't like hearing that, bro." And I feel
Yeah.
so bad, bro. I'm like, man, I gotta chill out. Just before I came to God and
Yeah.
knew God. I knew of God, but I didn't know God. So it's like and I knew you can do stuff wrong, but you don't know why it's wrong. Like and
Yeah.
like, but like, cause like I seen my homeboys and like people in my inner circle that talk to girls like that. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed normal to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like I ain't just call them all the time. Like I ain't just do that. But I'm just saying like if I got mad or like if they said something too much I ain't like, then yeah, I'm rebuttal and I said what I said. But just learning how to respond when things not going well because everything not will go well. Like I feel like we as people, I ain't just in relationships, but we chase happiness too much. Like you ain't gonna be happy all every day. You just not. You just not. But you gotta be in peace even with through all that. Bro, Jesus wasn't happy every day. He wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think he happy what's going on right now, bro? He's not happy. But he always at peace. He's
Yeah.
at peace. And we should always be at peace, like no matter, you know, no matter what. And you know, but not be afraid to, and also not be afraid to walk away. If you see something you don't like off the rip, bro, and like, man, bro, this ain't go, cause it's a few, it's only like a few things. Obviously, God, that's the front and center. Like, if you don't believe in God or like you don't want a relationship with God, I can't work with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
That's just
can't.
a deal
Yeah,
breaker.
no, what? That's the deal breaker. So it's like, it's like just learning like to walk away and not and understand that I can't change nobody.
Yeah.
I feel like in a lot of my relationships I try to
Change people
change people.
ways.
I try to change people. I try to heal people when I'm not the healer. I can't heal nobody. Who am I? I don't know. We bleed the same blood, so I can't I can't change you. And it's just learning that I feel like we as men sometimes we think we superheroes or something like that. We think we can save them. We think we can
Yeah.
save, but it's to say the O's. They O's, but you get what I'm saying. Like just try to save people. And just but the Lord do the saving. So, um, but yeah, bro, just learn how to be a man, learn how to mature, and everything ain't gonna go your way, and be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and argue all day, act like a little girl, and because it's too many feminine men out here, bro. It is, bro. It's
Man.
too many feminine men out here, bro. And a lot of that is due because no father in the house. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a dad to show them how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I thank God for my daddy, man, because he showed me how to be a man. You know what I mean? And look, bro, everything will go your way. It is
Yeah.
what it is. Sometimes she want, because women are very emotional. Y'all are very emotional people. Y'all emotional. Men shouldn't be that way. Like not as emotional. I'm not saying men shouldn't have emotion, but I'm saying we shouldn't be up there crying all the time and doing all this. Nah, we gotta be men. We gotta be strong because we gotta be a provider and protector. That's what a man's supposed to be. So me just learning how to be a man is like what I took most from my past relationship because I was a little boy. Honestly, I was a little boy, and you know, God is evolving me and growing me into a man, an adult. That's what I learned. That's my biggest lesson.
For sure.
Heck yeah. So, okay, question number 3. Biggest relationship hot take. What's your biggest relationship hot take?
Go first.
Alright, man. Okay, so I think I told you this before. I feel like for me, bro, I can't be with nobody that's bigger than me, bro. I just can't. Like bro, like look bro, like it ain't even like no. I don't like big. Like okay, so
No, just saying you
all
don't
right,
like
bro.
big
All right, bro.
people.
So look. You know, if you like 190, 200,
Let me just say this, cause like hood short. The height got a lot to do with it too. Like you
Yeah.
5'6", 5'7", 190, 200 might not look bad on you, but you 5'4", 5'3", 200. That's too
You know what I'm
heavy.
saying? 240, 250. Could be girls like that be 5 foot, like 270, 280. And that's just like, nah, bro, that's too big, bro. Cause I just don't feel like I want a woman that can help improve me in every aspect, spiritually, mentally, and physically. And I feel like if she letting herself go like that, I can't. That's not because I can see why when I was big like that. Cause I'm still big, but when I was big like that, bro. Like I can see why girls want to attract to me. Like, cause I can understand why. Like as I grew older and I you know, started to feel like I'm looking better and stuff like that. I can understand why girls were not attracted to me. So like I don't. That just don't attract me, bro. I just feel like two heavy set people just they don't need to be together, bro. Because I don't think that's not healthy. Like literally not healthy. That's not healthy. I just think you know like like for some instance, bro. Like because I seen this, bro. Y'all could probably improve together, bro. Y'all probably could. So I ain't gonna say two people can't work together, but I'm gonna say like for me, I gotta be with somebody like
Well, I already got
yeah,
that.
yeah, like this, like it, okay. If let's say if you like the most I go is like if you 5 pounds bigger than me. If you 5 pounds bigger than me, okay, cool. But like anything above that, if you because I'm like 215. So if you 230, no, bro. Like I can't work with that, bro. Because I'm on my fitness journey, bro. You gonna mess me up, bro. Trying to order Wendy's and all that stuff. Oh
I
nah, bro.
swear, like it's like people like that when you around, it make it harder for you to be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's just like, man, I'm sitting here eating this rice, broccoli, and chicken
Uh-huh.
breast, and you come in here with some pizza and wings,
Yeah.
extra rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, but that is crazy though. Like, I think me and Hood both like we work out, so it's just like looking back, man, the weight was outrageous. Like, what the biggest you was?
Oh, the most I ever seen on the scale that I seen was 298. That's the most
298.
that I seen. I'm pretty sure I
Man,
was over 300, bro. I'm pretty sure I was over 300 before. That's the most I ever seen, bro. That's
I was,
I was 298.
if I remember exactly, I think I was 234. So it's just like, and I ain't nothing but like 5'4", maybe 5'5" with my shoes. So that's still outrageous. Like I'm
Yeah.
195 now, and it's just like you really until you lose the weight and you go back and look at the pictures,
Mm.
man, you don't see the difference how you do when you still big. But when you done
Yeah.
slim down and go back and look at them, man, you be like, man, I was
That's
big.
what I'm saying,
I
bro.
was big.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Cause I went back and looked cause it's gonna be 5 years since I graduated high school, and I went back and looked at my high school pictures, bro. I was like, bro, my face was like my face still chubby, but it was, bro, it was so bad, bro. Like I was just big, bro. I was what?
Yeah,
I was
man.
blowed up, like it was
And
like,
I
bro.
swear you see it differently after you done lost the weight. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I was big.
Cause
And sometimes that's all the motivation I need nowadays. Them days I don't feel like going to the gym.
yeah,
I'll pull up one of them
I
old
swear, bro.
pictures. Get me right
I
then.
swear, bro. Good to have people in your ear that's encouraging you, bro. Like that's, cause my dad at times he was like, "Son, boy, you melting, boy." He was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah," but boy was like, "Yes, yeah, daddy, I see you with the shirt on. I'm about to say something about the
So let me ask you this. So what if your partner, they good and in shape when you meet them, and over time they pick their way to then where y'all done got married and everything, y'all deep in, kids, everything.
Well, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna stop on the tracks like cause I'm gonna catch it early. What
Yeah.
what's going on?
What
What,
you mean?
what you mean? What I mean? What's this?
What's what?
what's this? What's all this eating out? What this is? You weren't doing that to get when you got me. Don't do it now.
Don't they say though? So the same thing you did to get him.
Yeah, you gotta keep it. Yeah, not trying to be proud for nothing. I'm a prized position. You know what I mean? Like you gotta earn me like consistently. So it's like but nah, I'm gonna try to, but for real, I'm gonna try to work with them. You know what I'm saying, and try to like because I feel like the worst thing you can get in life is comfortable, bro. Because you can never get too comfortable, bro. Yes. And I feel like like you said, a lot of times in relationships, people get comfortable with a person, and they get feeling like this person ain't gonna leave me no matter what, no matter how I get. It's
like that's what I'm saying. Them habits. That's exactly what I was saying. Like I done got so caught up with hanging with them. I'm rushing out work to go straight to them. When I used to rush out work to go to the gym, I ain't going to the gym no more. I ain't going making my little grocery for my meal prep no more. Like you can't let your relationship, stop your other, like that can't be the only thing you look forward to. Like you got to have something going on outside of your relationship.
And I feel like a lot of these women and men too, that's how they can look forward to is their person. They rely on that person to bring them peace and make them happy and all that stuff. And it's like, it's like you rely on that person to be God in a way. Yeah. Cause bro, you ain't go out, bro. I'm telling you, bro. A woman or like a man ain't gonna always bring you peace, bro. It's just not gonna happen, bro. Like it gonna be time with it. It's gonna be chaos, bro. It's gonna be times like that, bro. And you gotta accept that fact. Like it ain't gonna always be good. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that's my hot takes.
One, and I think can't nobody, but I done heard somebody say that. I'm gonna tell you that story in a minute. But I can't do no bad hygiene. I done heard people say, well, well what? Well, we done been together this long. No. No. And then my other one, I gotta say somebody who ain't. I ain't say you gotta be as ambitious as me, cause I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be stressing myself out with all the stuff I be trying to do. But you gotta have some ambition to you. I can't be with nobody lazy. Like you gotta want some stuff just as bad as I do. Like if I feel like I'm outdoing you, but bad hygiene for sure. Like I feel like at the age we at now, we just too old for bad hygiene. Ain't no reason for you to be,
stinking.
Yeah, baby.
That's a turn off, bro.
Yeah, that's a turn off. And then that's another thing. I can't be with nobody I'm not attracted to, and that make me not attracted to you.
Right.
I just can't be with nobody lazy. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I can't be with nobody lazy. Like I'm gonna just leave it at that. I just can't. That ain't for me. That's a turn off. I can't have nobody. It's just like you can be looking good as you want to be, but if you lazy and ain't got nothing going for yourself, that's a turn off. I can't let the looks over. You can't let the looks blind you. You gotta look past the looks sometimes. See what's in here.
How often can he play the game? I'm saying,
man, I don't care about the game, but if you just playing the game all day, like
probably work outside of work, huh?
Yeah, do something. You a man, bro. Like leave that to the kids.
Yeah, so you don't believe playing that game all day?
All day, you a grown man. Man, come on, play the game all day. You a grown man. You overgrown.
I agree with that though. That's why I gave my game up, bro. Like I try not to be, cause I'm easily distracted. Like I ain't gonna lie, I get distracted so easily, bro. Cause like I got a short attention span. I ain't gonna lie, I got a short attention span. I ain't gonna lie. So if you got about 5 minutes for me to interest me, it's over after this. Okay. Speaking of bare minimum, bro, do you feel like I got low key got another hot take too? Do you feel like loyalty is the bare minimum? Yes. In today's world, you gotta think. I don't think so, bro. The reason I don't think so is because it's a lot of people that can't be loyal. It's a lot of people that
But in a relationship, like that is the bare minimum. You asking somebody to be with you, what's the point if you still gonna do what
I agree, it should be the bare minimum, but it's not. Because like a lot of people don't do it. Like I feel like just like what you said with the hygiene thing, I was like, Well, that's the bare minimum. It should be that should be the bare minimum.
I feel like that's the bare minimum. Cause what's the point of getting a relationship? Cause you didn't have to ask that person to be with them if you just gonna do what you want to do.
Yeah,
But I get what you saying though.
yeah.
Like in today's generation, like the cheating be kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like we be asking people to be with them just to not do right by them. You could have saved them that time. Like for sure, like you gotta know for sure that you ready to put all your foolishness behind you before you even ask somebody that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause ain't nobody putting no gun to your head and make you ask that person that. If you're not ready, then don't ask. But
For sure.
you ask somebody that, it's just like that's the bare minimum. You asking them, you be mine, I be yours. We gonna be together. We gonna do right by each other. Yeah, I feel like that's something you should have decided before you even ask them to be yours. So I feel like yes, that's the bare minimum. Like you knew what you were asking for when you asked for it, but in today's generation,
that's a lot to ask for. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it is a lot to ask because okay. I had a girl like tell me one time, she was like, I get you being, loyal. Like, oh, forbidden.
No, not.
She was like, yeah, I get you being loyal and all this stuff. And you caring a lot and all this stuff, but I feel like that's not enough. And I was sitting there like, wait, let me get this straight. So nobody else been loyal to you from what you say. You've been cheated on all these times, whatever. Now I give you something you never had. Now you saying it ain't enough. So how is it? Like I don't know, but I just feel like people problem is loyalty is not like that's not praise enough because like I said, a lot of people can't be loyal, bro. A lot of people can't look at just this one woman and just be attracted to this one woman and not do this and do that. And like women do that too. Like some women just can't be loyal. And I just feel like don't try to downplay that because that's a big thing, bro. Because like you see all these other dudes and all these other people they ain't being loyal. They go text who they text, whatever. And a lot of people, especially us men, bro, men, we gotta do better with that. Like men cool with it's a lot of simps out here, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of simps, bro. It's a lot of simps, bro.
They cool with what?
Just we make people feel like they more than what they are.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're pretty, you look good and all this stuff, but like your attitude trash. Like because you feel like, well, my looks go get me wherever I need to go. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and for the most part, for a lot of women, that's how it is because the men allowed it. The men allow the women to run them. Let's say I'm a 7 or like a 6.5, a 6 or whatever, and I got a 10 or somebody else got it too. Let's say it's two random people. They go do whatever they can do to keep that 10. They go let them talk to whoever they want to talk to, and all like some simp stuff, bro. Like just you get what I'm saying. So I feel like loyalty is not prioritized enough and not like praised enough. You gotta appreciate what you have.
Yeah.
You gotta appreciate what you have because it's always gonna be a girl that look better than your girl. It's always gonna be a dude that might look better than your dude. But
I feel like that's a real conversation people need to have too. Like I'll be wanting the 10, but the 10 don't know how to cook. 10 don't clean. 10 don't do none of that. But the 7, she cook, clean, in school, all that good stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I was talking to my homeboys about that. I said I already have a 7 like that's like that's like submissive, that's respectful, that has a great personality. I'd rather deal with that than a 10 because when a 10, they think about a 10, they know they a 10, bro. So they go act ratchet, they go act ooh this and this. No, I'm not saying it ain't some nice, pretty girls like 10s in the world. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying for the most part, when you know you bad, bro, yo you mentally feel like I'm better than you. I'm better. I don't need you. I got thousands of other dudes in my DMs. I got thousands of other dudes liking my pictures, skinning your hard eyes. Why do I need you? You feel what I'm saying? I don't need you. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like men allow that too much. I feel like men don't value themselves enough. You know, men, don't let no one bring you, bro. Respectfully, don't let no one bring you, bro. I don't care how you look, bro. Be a man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, moving on. The last question before we get to the drill is, what is your type?
I'm gonna give a short answer, then I'm gonna let you answer, and you want to. But I'm gonna go more in depth after you answer your question.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say I don't have a type. I don't have one.
I wasn't gonna get into looks. I was gonna get more into qualities.
Okay.
So I say God fearing, hard working, stay loyal. The bare minimum.
I'm gonna get into looks first. Like I said, I don't really have no type, bro. I just like I like what I like, bro. If you attracted to me, I'm attracted to you. So it's like, but in terms of like personality and stuff like that, like you said, loyal, can make me laugh, um, can help in like help me in areas that I'm not great at. You know what I mean? I always look for a person. I love being around people that can help me be better and help me. I love a person that can teach me things. I love a smart woman. I love a woman that's intelligent. You know, it don't even have to be necessarily like school intelligent. It could be like they just you have a conversation with them. You know, it's gonna be in a very intelligent conversation, and so you go gain a lot of knowledge. And you know, I'm always eager to learn more, even if it's about myself, because people can tell you sometimes better about yourself than you can say about yourself, because you can know, but you don't know what to say, and like they know how to put it. It's like, okay, that makes sense. That's attractive to me. I love a woman that just on her stuff, like this you know this that got stuff going on. Like I see a lot of attractive women. I just feel like they're not respectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They they just disrespectful. So I can a pretty woman that also has a pretty attitude. You know, that's very very attractive to me. Like that's very very attractive to me. And like I said, like you know how I feel about them teeth.
Man.
A girl with some pretty teeth, bro. Oh my god, cause I love a girl. I can just smile at and she can. Oh my god, bro, girl that can just smile back, and I love it, bro. Like I love a girl with a pretty smile. All it, bro. Like
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the minimum your girl can be?
I say 7.
Yeah.
I say that's the minimum because like you gotta be somewhat attractive, bro. Like, see, if your personality good and all this stuff, I'm not gonna say they bring you to a 10, but but that make you knock you up a point. Yeah, that probably can put you to 8, 8.5, and I don't need the prettiest girl in the world. You know what I mean? Because I know, like, I'm realistic about myself. I ain't the most handsomest dude in the world, so like, I'm not gonna sit up here and expect my woman to be the prettiest woman in the world. But like, as long as she's beautiful to me, like, you know what I mean, and she looks good enough to me, then that's fine.
Gonna move on to the 2 minute drill.
2 minute drill. So first question: Popeyes, Church's, KFC. In that order, what you going with?
Pick one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta.
Oh, put them in order?
Yeah, put them in order. Put them in order.
Popeyes. Shoot, they in order.
They in
Popeyes, order? Churches, KFC.
Okay, so if we talking about just the chicken, I ain't gonna lie, I'm going Church's win, Popeyes, and KFC. But like everything else, yeah, this in order.
I go Churches though. Popeyes for the chicken, Churches for the biscuits, and I mean KFC got good fries. I give them that. Yeah, KFC do got some. Yeah, them tell. But you know the main thing, chicken. Cause like I don't know why, like even when I was a kid, I always like church chicken, but like Popeye stuff good, but like it's just they had 8 days, bro. And like Popeye side is good, like you can't go wrong with the red beans, the macaroni, all this stuff. But like church's biscuits, they is the best though. And potato is the kiss. Yeah, that's what they got nice fries now. Yeah, they fries. Gotta give them some. You can only listen to 3 artists for the rest of your life. Who would they be? Drake. You ain't gonna like this one, right away. Right answer is Michael Jackson. That's the right answer. But I was thinking like
Cause I like rap, I like J. Cole and stuff like that. So
I figured you were gonna say something like that.
J. Cole and stuff. So but I'm gonna say Michael Jackson. I'm gonna get that's the right answer. That's the right answer.
I'm gonna go Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, and Michael Jackson. They're my three.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What's the go-to karaoke song? And you gotta sing it. You ain't singing, bro.
Nah, I ain't doing all that, bro. I don't know. I ain't never did karaoke this.
I'm saying, like, if you had to choose one song, like, you just.
I don't know.
Remember the time.
Michael Jackson.
Yes, bro. You remember the time. Yes, sir. I'm singing it. I'm singing.
This fourth one.
Start bench cut record edition.
Like which shift?
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
First, the choices is 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., or 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. I'm gonna go 9 to 5. 2 to 11, that's all day. 11 to 8, like, but still, I'm gonna pick the 9 to 5. That's just me. I'm
starting the 9 to 5. I'm gonna bench the 2 to 11 because I still got my day to myself to 2. And then 11 to 8, I'm cutting it because, like, you gotta think, if you get up at, you gotta get up at literally like 8 o'clock or like, I mean, I get up around that time anyway, but it's like, you gotta get up early in the morning and like I ain't too much no morning person, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm not impressed. So it's like, at least like, if I go in at 2, I still got a couple more hours to myself and, work on whatever I'm working on and then go to work. But like if I go 11, you gotta think, bro, cause you go in literally like you said 2 to 11. It's like 8 o'clock. The sun gone in too. So it's like
no, but the sun gone and everything closed by 11.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
that concludes the episode, man. So
this really was episode 2, but we had some technical difficulties in episode 1. So this episode 1 to y'all, episode 2 to us. But yeah, this concludes episode.
Half of the video literally got cut. It was like, man, bro. It was like we were gaining so much chemistry throughout the
Yes, it was so good.
I'm proud of this episode. I feel like we did really good, and I feel like it was a really good conversation. I feel like we did our thing. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram. The descriptions will be down below. And yeah, we love y'all. Peace.